Without further ado, man, let's get straight to it. Today's guest on the platform, man, Arthur, book writer, G Hill, man, a trapped in a bando, man. What's going on, my brother? How you
Hey,
feeling, man?
what's going on, man? It's a blessing to be here, man. G Hill, the one and only author of Trapped in the Bando.
Yes, sir,
Best
man.
book you ever read.
Yeah, hold that book up one more time, man. I'm really interested into really kind of delving into the thought process behind this book. Looking at the cover, it's real graphic. You know what I
Yeah, most
mean?
definitely. Oh, book cover designed by me, too, as well. If anybody need graphic designs, come holler at your boy.
Yeah, you say you designed the
Oh, yeah,
cover
most
too?
definitely. Yeah.
Man, let's just start with your creativity.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Let's just jump straight into how do G Hill come up with the idea to even write a book, to do the graphics for the book, like just the whole nine,
Right
man.
on.
Delve into that a little bit.
Man, the idea came to me. I literally was hotboxing one of my friends one day. And literally the idea just came to my head. The book originally started off as a comedy, though. But then the more I dove into it, I'm like, what am I really writing about? You know, I had read another book called Save the Cat. It's a book on screenwriting. It talks about every story have an A story, you know, that's the actual story, but then you have a B story. What's the actual meaning of the story? So as I was writing, I realized I had content with no meaning. So I really redid the book 3 times. Actually, 4 times.
You said you redid the book 4 times.
Yep, it took me 5 years to do. I finished the first draft when I was 22. I didn't complete it till I was 25. Bro, actually officially published it.
Mm. Title, man, Trapped in a Bando. Typically, looking at a title like that, I'm instantly thinking street. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm.
thinking, the trap, bando, the spot, where work getting sold at. But it's a little twist to this one.
Oh, definitely, definitely. When people hear the word trap, what is a trap? You know, it's a band that people make money out of, but has that proven over time to be beneficial? Is it not that people being trapped in a mindset that's damn near counterproductive to their well-being? And not only to their well-being, but the well-being of their community?
Mm. Mm.
So the zombie is really a metaphor for a mindset that I've seen a lot of people have growing up in Detroit. I grew up on the east side, right off 6 Mile to Quinter. So, yeah.
Man, let's take it to your roots, man. Talk about 6 Mile and DeQuinder coming up. What was it like, man? Did you have both parents in the household, any siblings? Like, run us through that.
Oh, yeah, man, I come from a 2-parent house, so I was blessed than most people that grew up in that neighborhood. And yeah, I have a sister, but for the most part, I had laid back childhood up until I was like 11, 12. You feel me? Then I was like about 13, 14. That's when I for real starts, just experiencing life for real. Just stepping outside the house, doing different miscellaneous stuff.
What was some of them early childhood things that you that you was getting into?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. High school, I started selling weed, shit like that, as it got caught up in different bullshit, shit like that. I was never like for real deep in the streets, but just being around, growing up on the east side, you are going to be exposed to the streets in some type of way or shape. And that's actually one of the concepts, because I've done seen people who come from good homes fall into the streets just because they under influence they outside environment or trying to be something they not. You feel me?
Absolutely. What was that key thing that derailed you from kind of going further? I mean, because you got into it, selling weed is still selling weed.
True.
And it comes with a certain type of energy. And oftentimes you begin to evolve from weed to other things, and you look up and you fully blown in the streets. What was maybe that thing or mentor or just something that made you say, hey, I'm about to pause right here, and I don't think that I'm gonna go further with this street stuff?
Because I didn't see no future in it. I didn't see no future in it.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
You say simply put, no, real talk.
Most definitely.
I was kind of going through some of your Instagram content, and I heard you make a statement. I think you said, I believe you said, all praise is due to Allah, or something like that. Are you Muslim?
I'm not Muslim, but I did have family member that was part of Nation of Islam. I went to go see Louis Farrakhan speak when I was younger, man. Always, it always stuck with me. Always stuck with me. I read the Quran somewhat. Yeah.
But you saying that impact, just being in that environment, hearing him, and then what maybe your family members had, like you saw how they was moving, and it was something that you felt like, hey man, I like how they moving.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, Muslim, they have a certain type of discipline.
For
So
sure.
that what kind of drew me to it.
For sure. All right, let's walk through this process of developing the skill to create a book. So you said you redid it 4 times, but it kind of started about 5 years ago, right?
Yep, definitely.
Talk a little bit about the infant stages of this book, like the very first time you wrote it. I understand that you say it started off as like a comedy or like something
Yep.
funny.
Yeah, just straight pure comedy. Yeah.
And you added substance to it after reading the one book that made you understand that everything got to have some type of meaning to it. Was it always called Trapped in the
Yeah, that
Bando?
was
Even
always the original name.
so,
Yeah.
talk about the funny version of it. Like, what was the how did the funny version of
Man,
it
so
go?
it's still somewhat comedy, but man, like I said, it was no meaning. It was just pure jokes, nothing really to think about. Like when I write a book, I want to read it not only to enjoy it, but actually gain a different meaning out of life.
Yeah.
You know, I want them people to actually think about what I wrote.
Would you say that the deeper meaning of the book developed as you unfolded as an individual? Like
Definitely.
maybe when you originally put it together, you just wasn't even on no conscious type, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most
But as
definitely.
time went on, you was like, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah, that's dead on. That's true. I ain't gonna lie, I had removed the word nigga about 100 times out the book. Cause I'm like, I can't just, just that's stereotypical shit,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Did you use any like in 2024, you got AI,
Mm.
like Chat GPT and stuff like that. A lot of people may feel like it's really difficult to start a book. Like I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I tried to
Mm.
write a book a while back, and just writing everything out, it was a little bit strenuous for me. Um, how was that process for you? Like getting it
Um,
copywritten, going like the distribution. Like walk us through the nooks and crannies of it for somebody that may be wanting to do the same thing that you do.
well, as far as the actual writing go, the book is 100% written by me. Unfortunately, they didn't even have, well, at least I didn't know about AI when I was writing it. Like I said, I started writing it 5 years ago. And as soon as I had got it fully copywritten and whatnot, I then learn about it. But no, the writing process, shit, just hopped on Google Docs and just wrote it out, But I had went to Cass Tech, so if I had a good English teacher, who always pushed me type
Got
shit.
you, got
Yeah,
you.
most
So you would say you being pretty good in English and writing kind of made it a little bit easier for you per se to work your way through this project.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
Hmm.
And as far as the distribution, Amazon, man, Amazon KDP services make everything way more smooth. Everything manufactured and published and sent direct to a customer via Amazon. Don't have to put no upfront cost of production.
Wow. So you saying that so you didn't have to hand to hand this thing like through Amazon they print the cover up, but you
No,
gave
I,
them the
I, I made
cover.
the cover. Yeah, I
Right.
designed the cover
So you
myself.
made the cover, but you send it to them just so they'll have, they'll have it. Once the book is ordered, they actually put the book together and send it to
Yep.
the people.
Yep. Every time I get a sell online, they manufacture the book, distribute to the customer. They deduct the cost of production. I keep my royalties.
Mm,
Yep.
mm. How is the like the amount that they take for you? Do you feel like that's a reasonable
Oh, no, definitely reasonable.
mm.
Definitely.
And royalties, like just kind of getting into the royalties, like what is that for the listener who may not understand what royalties are in regards of books?
Well, so your royalties will be the profit you make off each book sale. So right now I get 100% royalties for my book minus the cost of production.
Mm.
Yep.
And and is that similar to like owning your masters for
Yep.
like for hip hop, like for music?
Well, no. So royalties specifically with the book sales is different.
Okay.
Your copyrights is damn near your masters. So I do have the book
Ah.
copywritten.
Ah.
So anybody who need a book or who wants to write a book, make sure you get your copywritten done.
For sure.
Amazon also have services with that too.
Mm. So how much did it, just in total, how much did it cost you to put one book together? Like if you was just to give a rough estimate of, just everything that it cost to put this book together.
The copyrights was the most expensive thing, and that was $300.
Mhm.
But I had went through a professional to do it, 'cause I made sure everything wanted to be done right. So that was so I say all together less than 500.
Man, that's dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's
Most definitely.
sweet. Like you can't even really, and you selling these books for how much?
Oh, 20.
20.
Audio, not audio book, ebook $9.99.
Mhm.
Available on Kindle.
How has the success been since you released?
Oh, that's good. We close to selling over 1,000 copies.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Independently, man.
Right
Black
on.
man showing us how to do it.
Most
Man,
definitely.
that's beautiful, bro. We was talking prior to sitting down, and you was saying that you actually got a part two of this book
Yeah,
coming.
so part 2 is gonna be same concept, different perspective. It's gonna be same concept, different perspective, but still it's gonna be comedic. Ain't gonna be nothing too serious. It's still gonna be comedic twist to it.
Without giving us everything, I mean, I got my own copy that you blessed me with. I appreciate
All right,
that.
most definitely.
And I want to get it autograph signed too, if
Yeah, no problem.
possible. What like for the person that may want to know what this book is before they get it? I understand, trapped in a bando. You can make of it what you want to make of it, but like walk us through it, man. Tell us about the book. Tell us about the story. Like,
Okay, most definitely. It tell a story of 4 friends, from Detroit, East Side, 6 Mile. They get caught dead smack in the middle of the zombie apocalypse as it happening. But I'm giving you all a little heads up on. It's similar to the crack epidemic. I'm using the same concept of how drugs was infiltrated to the black community. Pretty much fucked it up. But this new generation is pills. So it's a new pill going around that making people like this. So so that's kind of somewhat a metaphor for what happened back in the day.
bro, that's deep that you said that. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and he was telling me, he a little older, one of the OGs, big homies. He was saying that a lot of the young people in this time don't really understand that they fiends. You know what I mean? No different than the crackhead back in the day. So if you addicted to pills, and I know that sound harsh, you know what I mean, but different than the crackhead who, of course it got different effects. With crack, people actually lost their homes, and I think with the pills and stuff like that, people are a little bit more functional. Like they can still go about with their regular day. However, like psychologically, the pills is a psychological drug.
Definitely.
And he was just saying how they dope fiends these days and don't even really know it. Man, what's your thought to
Man,
pills and just the drug use of the young
uh,
people these days?
well, I ain't gonna act innocent my damn self, but man, with pills, it's the fact that people don't view it like how the same way people view crack. Even though shit, half the pills these days, not even actually what you think you get. Half of it laced with fentanyl. That's why half the reason why half of them overdoses come from that.
For sure. For
So
sure, for
yeah,
sure. Have you experimented with pills before?
I have.
Which ones, if I may ask?
Perks, Xanax.
How the feeling, man? Break that,
Um,
like, and this ain't the glorified. This
yeah,
really for
this ain't nothing
educational.
glorified.
This just
I
so.
haven't popped the Xan in a minute, man. That's back when I was in high school. Back when Future was rapping about type shit, back in the day. But
So you will say that the rap, the music, kind of
I ain't gonna say
affect the wave of the
me
drug.
personally, it didn't motivate me to do it. I was just saying fuck it. But definitely, I definitely
But
think rap
look,
music.
just playing devil's advocate,
Right on,
right? It
right
may
on.
not have specifically affected you, right? But if we all, like, I remember the time when Gucci first came out for real and was going crazy, and it was Cushion Lean, the combination of Cushion Lean.
Type shit. Yeah,
Everybody was doing Cushion Lean. You feel me?
yeah, most
Like, and
definitely.
even
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
didn't listen to Gucci per se, and get up and get me some Kush and sip some lean, I had 10 homies that was doing it around me, and I was just like, man, let me go on this, let me go pull me a line, pull me,
Yeah, type shit. I feel it.
would you say that the music in that regard, maybe not you, but just from a culture standpoint?
Definitely. Team Eastside had a whole Eastside one in the sibling. Most definitely. Most definitely. I ain't gonna deny that.
You say
Definitely.
that wave was heavy like that though, for real.
Definitely. Definitely. That back when they dropped that Welcome to Our Side, you feel me? Ghetto Boys, Money, Power, Lean, definitely. Yeah, they had the Eastside rocking for
You
sure.
say everybody was off the lane, huh?
Man, Halfton wasn't even really off the lean. They was sipping NyQuil. Didn't even know it.
Wow.
Shit. You feel me? He was to do shit to look cool, get high,
For
type
real.
shit.
For real. Have you ever experimented with lean?
Nah, not for real. I ain't never for real sipping the lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's interesting though, man. That's definitely that wave though. What in terms of like the music and stuff like that, just to get into different topics, a few different topics or whatever in terms of the music, who you listening to right now?
Well, I'm still always gonna fuck Detroit. Right now, I'll give you my top 5 out of Detroit right now. Peasy, gotta put Skilla Baby out there. All Star JR, Ice Revezo, shit, Payroll Giovanni. That'll be my top 5 list to out the city.
That's a good lineup though. I ain't gonna lie, you got a tight lineup. What out of that 5, who was that number 1? Was it Peasy or why Peasy?
Shit, man, Mud Music. That was like motherfucking the blueprint to me when it first came out. You feel me? So shit, I'd say Peasy.
The blueprint in what way though?
I'm talking about Jay-Z blueprint. You know, I'm comparing that to that.
Okay.
You know how Jay-Z dropped the blueprint?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying that was like that when,
when that came out. It had that type of impact. It was that, yeah. Peasy definitely, man, shout out to bro, man. He definitely one of them ones, you know what I mean, when it comes to that. You strike me as somebody that's kind of like you understand the world from a different perspective, maybe than the average person. I'm assuming, but I'm just off of the energy that I feel. When we look at the politics that's going on in 2024, presidential election, even on the state, space, you got Hill Harper, you got just everything going on in the political world, man. Where do you stand in terms of that?
Man, in the process, I'm still learning, but so far from learning, when it comes to black liberals in the black community, they believe the prosperity of the black community depends on government intervention. Whereas black conservatives believe the exact opposite. They believe that more government actually harming than helping. So I'm still in the process of learning.
What you personally believe?
Shit, I'm right now. I'm more on the conservative side for sure.
You feel like more government kind of makes the problems a little bit more.
Definitely.
So you feel like we can police ourselves. You feel like we can govern ourselves, etc.
Yeah, most definitely.
What steps do we gotta take to get to that? Do you think it's like each person got to develop? Because I'm to the belief that if you just let niggas go out and do what they do right now, like, we ain't gonna be able to police nothing. Like,
type shit.
On some right now type, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit, that's a good question, man. Well, for one, I'll say I used to work in the education field. I used to be a tutor. I worked at Clark Elementary, right between Mac and East Warren. I had 3rd grade. So I say education is one thing that people do not put enough emphasis on. So education, if it was more emphasis in the education field in the black community, a lot of problems that we have right now wouldn't be here.
For sure. We just did an interview with a guy who created a Detroit hit. And you ever heard of the song Soulful Morning?
Soulful Morning. I heard of it. I ain't listened to it. I heard of it though.
Okay. So this song came out in 95, and it's like a hit record. Actually, Big Sean and Janae Aiko and Ty Dolla $ign redid the song. They sampled it. Body Language, that's the name of the song, right? The brother in 95 ended up being convicted of a double homicide, right? Right now, he's actually in course trying to get back. Maybe some legality going on in that situation where he can be redeemed and his innocence, will be proven on his end. So he say, um, in the comment section, a lot of people was showing love, like they was like, cause the song it's like a hit, like it's a classic. However, it was other people in the comment section that was kind of bringing up his situation and basically was like, man, we don't want to hear that. From your perspective, right? If you looking at a person in that type of situation, do you think that, kind of like the R. Kelly situation, bro, do you think that a person's art should be defined by the personal things that they may have done, or do you think it go hand in hand and people got the right to like, you feel me, be like, F that, you get what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good question, man. What your art, what you produce to the world, the product you produce to the world has nothing to do with your moral as a person. You feel me? I mean, it was he actually guilty?
Well, I mean, the court said that he was, but you know, I'm not sure.
I mean, as the black people, we always gonna have love for our people. We always endorse crime, but think about the victim. You feel me? Or even the family of the victim. If somebody kill, one of your best friend, or even somebody in your family, two of the people in your family, would you want that person just to be able to get lesser time just because they was a great musician? And I think someone in the black community, we develop Stockholm. You ever heard of Stockholm syndrome? So I'm gonna give you the story behind Stockholm syndrome. It was this case, Stockholm, Germany. It was a bank robbery. People try to rob a bank, and the people who was being held captive, they damn near formed a bond with the people who was robbing the bank. So Stockholm syndrome is when you develop a bond with a person or something that's holding you back. Or holding you captive. So I think people have developed Stockholm syndrome when it comes to crime in the black community.
No, that's heavy, bro. It's kind of like, yeah, like we fall in love with the people that's really keeping us captive. Like the people, if that basically what you're saying?
Yeah, most definitely. Think
That's
about killers get the most respect in the hood, even though they the ones doing the kill.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. The drug dealers get the most respect in the hood. The killers get the most respect in
the hood. And when it comes specifically with drug dealing, I'm on the fence with that because don't get me wrong. I understand that, it's some people that come from fucked up positions, and they eyes, that's their only way out. But that has proven not to have a good outlook on the community. You feel me? So with that being said, I can't promote it.
No, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Hence why even the book, you know what I mean? Like, is what it is and mean what it mean. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm excited to check the book out. Have you had any quote unquote celebs or anybody like reach out or any conversations with anybody in regards to your book?
Celebrities, no, but I have had people reach out to me, talk about books. So far, I didn't got nothing but good feedback.
Yeah, what is some of the feedback? Like, I know people might be like, it's good, but like, what's some of the most memorable things that kind of took you back? Like, damn, like they really rocking with it. Like, what was one of them moments for you in regards to the book? When did you drop this? When did this drop?
Last December. December. So it's been out for a little bit, about 8 months now, officially. Yeah. I give you one negative feedback, but it was the person who said it. That's why I couldn't take it serious. It was a older white lady. So I'm like, can I really even take her perception of things serious?
What'd she say?
She said, I just don't like the overuse of the word nigga. It's stereotypical. This I'm like, no, nah, it's not. But this is coming from a suburban white lady though.
Right.
So that's like me giving my opinion on country music.
Right. So you saying that wasn't your demographic anyway,
exactly,
in regards to the book. So I wouldn't expect for you to,
you feel me?
Yeah, for you to understand.
Shit. But for the most part, I didn't receive all good feedback. I can't even, say anything back.
Do you worry about, like, as a book author, writer, do you worry about the lack of people that actually read in 2024?
Definitely. But shit, that's an obstacle that you feel like I can overcome. Shit. No, definitely. I just need to work more on myself personally. I need to work more on marketing because I'm not too internet savvy. The only reason I've never even had an Instagram before I even published this book. The only reason why I made an Instagram was to promote this book. So I need to learn more about social media marketing myself. Yeah.
For sure. No, because social media is definitely that's it's definitely it. You know, it's the wave. I always tell people you can be used by it or you can utilize it, you know, and it can put you in places and spaces that you never would have been able to do or be, you know, if you was just moving around. Like right now, you can send the link to it to Charlemagne, DJ Envy. You know what I mean? You
Most
can send
definitely.
them us all around the world, and a person to be able to connect with your work. You know what I mean? And you never know what them opportunities may do. If you was actually talking to, you know, somebody that could endorse your book right now, let them know why this is the best book and why they should tap in with it.
Oh, I would sell the meaning. I would sell the meaning because I feel like that's something that haven't been tapped into yet, especially with a horror twist to it.
Mm,
I can think of one black zombie story ever made.
mm,
I can't really think besides Jordan Peele. Ain't too many black horror stories ever made, you know.
mhm.
So I feel like I'm entering a genre that's untapped.
What about like Walking Dead? Do that kind of play any type of effect? Have you watched Walking
Oh
Dead?
yeah, that used to be my shit. Hell yeah. I remember the first episode, but shit. But that's not specifically catered to the black community.
Mhm.
This book is specifically catered to the black community.
But do you think, like I hear people say, like we Walking Dead? Like you actually think it's human beings that's walking around dead?
Yeah, because they have a dead mindset.
Facts.
Most definitely.
Facts. Because I heard the minister, Farrakhan, as you was talking about earlier, I heard him say that the black man, woman in America is blind, deaf, and dumb.
Mm.
They got eyes, but they can't see with the reality of things. You know, they got ears, but they can't hear the truth when it's being said. And they got tongues, but they can't articulate, you know, to the next person what the truth is, you know what I mean? Which makes them blind, deaf, and dumb. And it is like the Walking Dead, you know, walking around aimlessly, no aim, no purpose, you know, not goal driven. And you know, so that's why when I heard the meaning like behind
Mm.
your book, I instantly was like, man, I'm reading this, like you know, because I just kind of want to see where the brother going with it, you know, and like I said, man, that cover art got me off the rip. I'm like, oh yeah, this fire, man. So
Right on, appreciate that.
I'm definitely gonna check it out, and I'm gonna make sure that I, you know, give you a review on it. Um, and if you can, man, let the people know what you got coming up, what they can expect. You know, what to look out for, man, with G Hill.
Oh
Period.
yeah, most definitely. My next book would not be the part two to this book coming up. That will be coming after my next one. But my next book, The Movers, it's a story about a black-owned moving company in Detroit. It's another black horror story. It's nothing pertaining to zombies, but it's another black zombie story. I mean, horror story. And the part two will be coming out early next year to Trapped in the Bando. But it's gonna be the same concept, different scenario. I'm gonna go back to what you were saying when like when Louis Farrakhan was talking about, you know, all black people are deaf, dumb, and blind or whatnot. So second, but it's gonna be same concept, different scenario, because not all black people are like that.
Yeah, and
Actually,
I'm
yeah.
glad you said that too, cause I might have misquoted him. I don't want to.
No, I know exactly.
Yeah,
No, you quoted him right. You
yeah,
quoted him right. But when people talk about black community, they only focus on the marginal part that's not succeeding. It is a large fabric that's doing good.
yeah.
Like if you look at Detroit, you know, we had a typical woo woo, but you look at Southfield. Southfield is a predominantly black city of black people that's doing good. So part two is kind of going to tap into that a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Same concept, different scenario.
That's interesting, bro, because now like I love playing. I love just to kind of, you know, just to kind of go back and forth a little bit just for conversation. Is having and owning black businesses and like being financially straight, like is that really being woke? Like does that really mean that you like, because I be looking, bro,
Mm,
right? And I see a lot of individual success
mm,
in the black community. You know, I see a lot of individual millionaires, and even in the hood, like you got your drug dealer that's getting money and maybe a few more people, but we not preparing ourselves for what we see in the world. Like when I think about other ethnicities, bro, they getting bonkers and loading up on weapons, and
Type
what
shit.
are you preparing for? Like and are you really woke? Are you really not blind if you're not doing these exact same things? Because from a financial standpoint, yeah, you can go get Louis, you can go get Gucci, you can go get that, take care of your family, everybody doing good. Yeah, black owned business, but the community still look like what it looked like.
Yeah, true.
Even with the artists that we see in the city, man, first and foremost, man, big shout out to everybody and what they got going on. However, how far will we be if everybody just pooled their resources together? Like, I got 10,000, you got 10,000, we get 10 rappers to donate 10,000. That's 100 bands, and then you just go into this one neighborhood and just, you know what I mean? So it's like, what's really woke? Like,
Man, I think we are our own biggest enemies because we are the people that's the most damn near hostile to our own. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the Black Lives Matters movement, I completely support the concept of it because, I don't condone no police, no unjustified murders, nothing like that. But where is that energy at when, you feel me, another black person kill another black person, ain't gonna make a whole song bragging about it? You feel me? We listen to that shit. But when the police kill us, motherfuckers on the whole hand singing Kumbaya and shit. Like, nah, nigga, keep that same energy. You feel me?
facts. So you a fan of Charleston White?
Charleston White. I agree with some, but he just be taking, like, I don't respect no man just disrespecting just openly dead people. Like, man. So I got mixed feelings on that, brother. I got mixed feelings. I do agree with some of the shit he be saying though.
Do you feel like even with it being like a hidden message? Because I take it when he do that, it's like a hidden message. All right, you got King Vine, man. Long live King Vine. Condolences
Technically,
to
he
his
was
family.
a serial killer. Technically.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
think of it like this. And I'm not saying that he is. I'm only just speaking in context of what we talking about. If you was on God's side and he murdered the devil, you still gon' like diss the devil. Like, you still gon' like, you not gonna be like, oh, rest in peace, devil. You know, much love to you, devil. Like, you gonna be like, no, he deserved it. He was out here doing this. You know what they say the devil do? Lie, kill, steal, and destroy. Like, so I be looking at Charleston White. Granted, I agree with what you saying. Some of the stuff he do kind of go overboard with it. Like, even when he was talking about Farrakhan, like, did you see him when he was?
I ain't seen him talk about. What
He was
he had to
talking,
say about the minister?
man, he was talking
Oh,
crazy,
shit.
man. Like, he was just talking crazy, like, F them Muslims, and you know how he do. He just go on that rant and all of that. So yeah, I guess I'd say I got mixed feelings about Charleston White too, man. I'd love to have him on the platform. I'm gonna try to get him on here.
Yeah, that nigga funny as. I'll be lying to say that nigga wasn't funny though.
Yeah,
that's a funny ass motherfucker.
I think I'm gonna try to get him on here. I think I might end up paying that ticket, man, getting him on here and just, you feel me, just having a real conversation with him and kind of just see if I could get the real, because I think he just be capping a lot. Like, I think he just be playing a lot of roles, but I like to have a real dialogue, with the brother or whatever, man. But yeah, though, man, I'm excited, to check this book out. Like I say, I'm gonna make sure that I give you some feedback on it. You know what I mean? My personal thoughts, and opinion about it, man. I gotta get that autograph, bro, because you look like you're gonna be a brother that's gonna be, you know what I mean?
Right on, brother.
That's gonna be
man.
taking it to that level, man. We don't really have a lot of people that's in the field that you in. For you to have the passion and the inspiration to even want to put together something like this is commendable. You know what I mean? That's something that's honorable. And I make sure that I support, any book that you drop, including this one, going forward, man. So if it's anything that you want to tell your fans or your supporters, right now is the time to let them know.
All right, man. I want to say thanks for the support, brother, man. And anybody out here watching, this book right here, Trapped in the Bando, this book, it's not only just a book, man. It's a book that symbolizes so much, man. Hard work, dedication, and not only but just prosperity overall. I want to say thanks for all the people who have supported. If you're not supporting, man, go grab a copy.
Yes, sir. G Hill, man, trapped
Yes,
in the
sir.
Bando, Foreign Magazine, Post of the Culture. Let's get it.